If your manual transmission vehicle is acting up or worse, starting without you even touching the clutch pedal, you might be dealing with a P083F correlation code, which means your powertrain control module is seeing a disagreement between the two signals coming from your clutch pedal switches. This code applies to almost any modern vehicle with a clutch like a Ford or a Chevy, and it is a safety issue you need to take seriously because it involves the system that prevents your car from lunging forward when you turn the key. The way this works is simple. Your car has a clutch position sensor or a start switch near the pedal that tells the computer exactly where your foot is, and when the computer sees that the A circuit and the B circuit do not match up, it gets confused and throws this code. You will notice the check engine light is on, and in many cases the car simply will not start at all, or it might start without the clutch engaged, which is a huge red flag for safety. The most likely culprits are a faulty clutch position sensor switch, a blown fuse, or even a corroded connector down by the pedal where your shoes might be tracking in moisture and salt during the winter months. To get to the bottom of this, you need to get under the dashboard and look at the switch and the wiring for any obvious signs of damage, like broken plastic tabs or bare wires that have been rubbing against the steering column. You will need a digital multimeter to check for 12 volts on one side of the switch when the clutch is disengaged, and then verify that power is flowing through to the other side when you push the pedal down. If you find that you have no continuity through the switch when the clutch is pressed, then you know the switch itself has failed and needs to be replaced. Sometimes the fix is as simple as replacing a blown fuse or cleaning a bit of green corrosion out of the connector pins with some electrical contact cleaner. However, if the wiring and the switch both test fine, you might be looking at a more complex issue with the powertrain control module that requires a professional to flash or replace the unit. Do not make the mistake of replacing your starter or the solenoid before checking these switches first, because those are much more expensive parts and they are often not the source of the problem. If you cannot get the car to start, or if it starts in gear without the clutch pressed, you should stop driving it immediately and get it to a shop to avoid an accident.